going to share the video. I have two very sensitive information to reveal to you. One has to do with Arthur Johnson has assigned a detail of armed men, we are told. But the evidence is not in what we are told by way of the rumors. What we know for sure happened. Because it's easy for you to say, my grandpa can talk. I believe in facts. So, two Chinese businessmen, Mr. Wang and Mr. Li Lu, or Li Lu, are going through a dispute Bapolu over a log company, and he happens to be the legal man for Mr. Wang. And because Koji has assigned all his armed guys to him, he even is going to extend. There were 4 military officers that we're told of the armed forces of Liberia, escorted by 1 ERU officer from the offices of Arthur Johnson to the Pearl River Bridge at the compound. Mr. Li Lu, and Mr. Li Lu was there, but instead of taking him, they beat up the 2 individuals, Liberian citizens that they met there, beat them up good, put them in the car. The car provided for the operation by Mr. Wang. And when the citizens came around and said, why are you people beating these people and doing this? They said they had a court order. Instead of displaying court order, they would not, but they carried the people into Wang's car to Center Street on Thursday at 4 p.m. at offices of Arthur Johnson. Now, I know Arthur will respond. After some noise there, the 2 individuals, but they did not give them their cell phones, their and whatever they took from them, they did not. They asked the people rescue them and took them to the police station. They filed a case with the Nigerian National Police. There has been nothing said or done. We're going to try to reach out to the military. And on Monday, we're lifting the story fully on Spoon. Because Arthur Johnson said press conference, there were armed forces of Liberia soldiers involved and 1 ERU officer. And for us, or for me, it means a lot. It means a whole lot. And here is what I say so. Why I say so, sorry. The armed forces of Liberia should not be doing such a thing. And if you see me looking for a place, it means I'm looking for the people who can come to insult their friend because they got no contribution to make. So we need to not let them continue. That's how we do. We just block them. And that's it. They go. So, again, I will go into a little bit of detail about that here shortly. But many of you, some of you don't even know what happened a couple of hours ago in the country. In my belief, and I have the right to believe so, and given what I have been told from people that were around and witnesses, confirmed by PYJ himself, there was an assassination attempt, in my belief, on Senator Prince Ward Johnson but he was to escape. We'll go into the details of that. We are reliably informed that plane been hatched today. It would have brought about tension to war. President, we are safe, and there would be interim government. Their plan. Our sources. And according to sources, when we were briefed, I got a call from Senator Prince Johnson what was taking place. Why the whole noise was taking place. From right within the church, I got the call from Senator Prince Johnson, not any other person. And I got several calls. One of them came from a source that was across the road watching the pickup truck that was loaded with arms and ammunition parked between the gas station and the market building. The old market, what's the situation there now? Where the market used to be in the gas station, opposite LBS. When you cross the road from LBS, there's a gas station, and there was a pickup there parked with arms and ammunition. So, share the video. We reach 500. We will in what we normally do, and that is bring you the reports as it is. It will appear on Spoon at 7 o'clock Liberian time, 3 o'clock US time. You will have the details. The videos are being prepared. No Liberian, as far as I know, have said that the CDC attack on Senator Prince Johnson today was justified, or neither has any Liberian agreed with it. Everybody, nobody knows that it was an assassination attempt. Again, not many people know that it was an assassination attempt. Now, why do we say so? You will know. You will know. I have seen this playbook. I reminded you of this playbook, and I told you that certain individuals are being used as political pawns. The first assassination of this massacre of Nimba citizens, the Lutheran Church, true or false, before we go to what we want to start from. Members of the intelligentsia, the first massacre of Nimba citizens was carried in the Lutheran Church, true or false? In this day and time, and at this hour, to go to PYJ Church that was packed to capacity, some people went to worship God truthfully. Others went to hear his response. And you saw the video. If you didn't see it, I show you some. But Spoon TV will give you a big coverage, and PYJ himself will appear. So let's start the program. I don't want to waste time. I want to take 10 minutes more to give you one. The video. For 48 hours, they've been begging me. Eugene, please don't show it. Let's just, we are all on the scene. We're not on the scene. No. We all want president. We have to leave. No. Some of you don't use other people as pawns. But if you show it, then, I mean, how you want us to work together, I will show it. I didn't ask you, I will show it. You cannot stop me. Let the people make the determination. Why? Why you don't want this old man to be president? People ask me. Thank God the people don't see it. They know it. And me, I will show it. Look. Hey. I come here. You begged me for 2 days. You're saying now, you're saying attack me. I will show it. The first thing I will show. First thing I will show it. So let's go back to the home. Yeah. So when a person will help me to face a whole studio, you'll be enjoying it. All right. I told you about the pancake group. I told you Ellen brought the group, and Ellen is part of it. They are 4, right? Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Pa Makula Injay from Ghana, Ke Ofori Atta, the finance minister from Ghana, rather, and Pa Makumbia. Then Stephen Kashin. He's white, but he's Libyan, born of Libyan descent, Libyan American. He's the CEO and founder of the group. And I told you, Stephen Kashin. And I told you, okay. I said Ellen brought him. Some of y'all say, you didn't show that Ellen. Today, the way the people fall into my foot, the way the people lick my foot, not to tell you. If some of y'all are here say, Eugene, let's just take the money and go. But some of us remain loyal to our country. So let me just show you one thing and then prove to you beyond all reasonable doubt that Ellen was one that brought him. Then they recruited Kumis. Then Kumis were on Chevron. Kumis was on using people then like Pong. Berated them all the thing we Pong. The thing we Pong, we not Pong. We not Pong. Nobody will use me again. It is the common good of the people. So, me, I will prove it to you. Then we'll go to Prince Johnson case. Yeah, you can see the Pan-African group. Yeah. Pan-African, join us at the forefront of investment banking services in where? Africa. Move your cursor right here. Y'all like I can go clean it. Now you're being it. Yeah, the home button here. And you see it? You see all the button? Let's come to about us. Right here, about us. Yeah, the Pan-African. So when you come to about us, they say our team. Our team. You come right here. Paku. Follow for the team. And you see that team, they picture the. Then we start talking, they make it blurry. And you see them. We found all of the people here. But and you see right here, that they may I want to focus on because of the secret are coming to post on. You see him? Yeah, in the Stephen D. Kashin, correct? Born in Libya, raised all over the world. There you go. Steve Kashin has spent his lifetime as an engaged and active global citizen with African continent. Steve, founder and CEO of Pan Africa. And you see it? I didn't lie to you. When you go there, will read all the way down. You see, Modern African Fund Manager, 105 million, OPEC, all that thing. And I told you, I said, my brother Kumi is dead. Another real story I want to know. Yeah, his son, Oliver Kashi, is director. Another one I want to know, you all that thing. I take your back up here and move inside. Now, and you see it? On the Pan-African group. And you see that great? Africa injects 7 billion for renewables. You can't down here. You see here, approved second lending facility. If you click here, okay, read more here. And you see it, 2.1 billion all I want. Let's go back out. Prove it to them, Falcon. Now, who picture you see here? On the simple, and we click that one. We click that one. Hey, Kinchu. Okay. Like I hear that, who here? The world must invest in its women. And you see our woman. And I heard right there. So I will click the one on the right side. Cursor. Bring the cursor. Yeah. I click it. Then you say you can't have deputy minister in your government. What all entity echo? He look at me and say I was begging you for $50. The friend told Nathaniel McGill. McGill right here, man. He say you're begging you for $50. And you see right here? Light don't shine. And you see right here? Bring your and you see right here? Okay. I'll put it there for you to go and see. If I go. You will play. Oh.
Awesome. As part of our video spotlight series, we're highlighting various moguls on the continent. Today we have with us here Mr. Steve Cashin, who is the founder and CEO of the Pan-African Capital Group, PACG. PACG bridges the gap between international finance and promising emphasis in emerging and frontier markets by making direct investments in financial services companies and participating in private equity funds and advising on structured lending, corporate finance, and other transactions in sub-Saharan Africa. Mr. Cashin, thank you so much for your time.
It's a real pleasure to be here.
Please listen carefully.
Awesome. So one of the questions that we want to ask you is, what inspired you to start the Pan-African Capital Group?
Well, Esther, I guess the obvious answer is Georgetown. Georgetown was the base. Georgetown was the only place I wanted to go to college. still is very much part of my life. And I think that the
Hey, I share the
commitment
video.
to others, the service to others, and the opportunity that that can bring to one, it was an important takeaway that I got from Georgetown and has been the foundation of much of what I've done since. When I left Georgetown, I immediately joined the Peace Corps, having been brought up by one of the first days of USAID and having grown up across Africa. Africa was kind of in my blood. I knew I wanted to work across the continent, but at the time, I kind of only understood the development world. I began working in the development world of relief services, but it really wasn't floating my boat. And I saw opportunities and brains across the continent. Increasingly felt that there are opportunities for both profitability and growth for the continent writ large in the private sector.
Okay, we hear that one.
I was really lucky. My first boss was a woman who was incredibly demanding. Didn't have any time for worrying about what time of day it was. Called me whenever she felt like it, and felt that it was important to be on a plane to follow every opportunity at any moment. Her name was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And
Jesus. Woo! I gotta drink something. Hey! Hey, God. Call. Hey, call. Hey, call. What did we do? No way.
My life has kind of been linked to her ever since. So even if I were to get involved in a transaction that I think appropriate, I have kind of a guardian angel on my shoulder telling me whether I'm right or wrong. And I think that the link between my first boss, as well as my parents, as well as my Georgetown education, has given me a prism of looking at Africa, which focuses not only on the opportunity, but on the environment in which I'm working. One of the things that you'll see throughout the investments Pan-Africa makes is that we build on national talent and national opportunities. That doesn't mean that we don't utilize world-class resources, but we integrate those world-class resources on the foundations of successful teams who are successful in the environments in which they work.
The rest will be shown on spoon. 3 things: the man's school, his boss Ellie, and his parents. He linked his success. A boss who did not care what time of the day it was. She would just call him and get him to hop on the plane. When we tell y'all won't argue. When we y'all won't argue. Why you can want argue with me? The people got their cartel, their what. The other put in a so boom. When they say boom, that boom. Quote me any day, that boom. You hear where you hear? From Steve Cashin mouth to the people that prepare him, his school, his boss, and his parents. And he described his boss. How his boss can get instruction. The CEO and founder boss. who was the boss? He said the boss was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Can tell him what to do, what not to do. He said, Falcon, don't show it, don't show it. I can't send it to 50 people so you can say Allah. And you see, play the thing again. Yeah, I wish I could forward it like Facebook thing. You can forward it. You can play it. But it's worth playing over. Oh, you like a forward it.
Profitability and I began working in the development world, Peace Corps, Catholic Relief Services, but it really wasn't flying about. And I saw opportunities and brains across the continent, and increasingly felt that there were opportunities for both profitability and growth for the continent writ large in the sector. I was really lucky. Was a woman who was incredibly demanding. Didn't time for worrying about what time of day it called whenever she felt like it, and felt that it was important to be on a plane to follow every opportunity at any moment. Her name was Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And my life has kind of been linked to her ever since. So even if I were to get involved in a transaction that I think appropriate, I have kind of a guardian angel on my shoulder telling me whether I'm right or wrong all the time. And I think that the link between my first boss, as well as my parents, as well as my Georgetown education, has given me
not just a teaser. Now y'all will believe me. That's why when I told it, when I told you, you don't want to talk Taba. This election is between. Let's come to the serious thing. Tonight, get your data. 7 p.m. on Spoon, Pier. 7 p.m. at your time. 3 o'clock U.S. time, which is about 2 hours from now or so. Yeah, maybe 2 hours. It'll be Stanton and I, along with a couple of our colleagues, if they are available. He's going to speak to the issue that happened today. If you have not watched the video, there was an attack. I call it an attack on the church of Prince Johnson, loaded people with video. They were actually in service when the incident occurred. Now, for some of the sycophants, nicompu, parasitic plasmodiums, if you like. These are political Jebusites, Ananites, what do you want to call them? Calling themselves strategists, working with an idiot who does not even understand why they are in town. They don't even know the law. They wore their berets, CDC. They carry their MPP flags or banners, their CDC banners. You know what the CDC people say, the Koji and others? That they have the right temple. Fool. You're fool more than look. The worst thing that happened, regret it. People would like to say, oh, the party was hijacked. No, forget it. Look, folks, I will show you this one. I have to. There's no way I can keep this one. I have to show you it. It's just fair that I show you it. It's only fair. The Constitution in Article 14 is very clear. It's a fundamental right that was violated today. And it is my duty not to hide it. Together we will read Article 14. Because then I will tell you how we are preaching, we're all happy. You will follow it up on spoon. You can Article 14. Right there. Let's read together. Article 14. All persons shall be entitled to freedom of conscience and religion. And no person shall be hindered, such as like Prince Johnson and the people that were at church, in the enjoyment thereof, except, that means, will not be hindered like what they did to them today, causing them to leave the church. Enjoyment thereof, how they enjoy the worship of God. And they gave the exception, except as may be required by law to protect public safety. That is, even you send police there, it must be for public safety, nothing else. Not your we are. Order, meaning there is an order from the court. Health, meaning Ebola or COVID. Or morals, meaning sex with underage girl. Or the fundamental rights of others, meaning that right. Listen to this, read this with me. All persons who, in the practice of their religion, conduct themselves peaceably, obstructing others, and conform standards set out herein, shall be entitled to what? To what? Bring it there, let us see it. Entitled to what? To the protection of the law, period. I speak with facts. I'm here for grown-up bottle. You got to go to school. You can't bring grown-up bottle and say, argue all day. You don't argue. You argue with yourself. Today, Jefferson Koji, George Weah, Chua Howard Taylor, Eugene Nangbe, Carlos Gray put a group of men together and stormed the religious edifice of a church where Prince Johnson was presiding of God worship. According to reports, phone calls, video, images, there is no telling that was done. It's on the video, you can see them pushing them from the church compound to go across the road, but then the video had captured everything. They actually stormed the church. There is no, you can say it's not them because they had their berets, they had their banners, they were well identified. And when I called, the police came and stopped to LBS, meaning they were waiting for the execution of the plan. And what is that plan? We are told that if had attempted to put up resistance or to get them for his premises, have resulted into a fight. And there would have been exchange of gunfires. We are informed that there was a pickup truck parked opposite LBS between the gas station, I'm not there, that old market that was there, loaded with arms and ammunition. And that when this came, you saw, I read to you Article 14. They shall be entitled to the protection of the law. The police never went to PYJ Church. The police stopped to elders, meaning they were aware that the plot should have been carried out, just as in the case with Gloria Musu Scat. Kevin Johnson Nimba. Now, let's ask a question. After PYJ press conference, Rescue 1, Rescue 2, a lot of top senior officials from the opposition started rushing in their convoy to the rescue of PYJ. As they were there, President William made a phone call to PYJ. And let me state, when PYJ came under attack, Uni Bayang Betuma was one of the first people he called to alert me that he had come to attack. And I started to call people. President Weah went ahead and called Senator Johnson. Senator Johnson will explain in detail. If you want to know, go to Spoon in the next couple of hours, 7 o'clock Liberian time. But you, Mr. President, you are supposed to be the chief law enforcement officer. This man is crying for help. He is under attack. And he don't want to fight. He call you and say, I want all of those who are arrested immediately. I want 24-hour protection for Senator Johnson without delay. You not do well. The people walk with pride and dignity. Whole press conference right from the police people at LS. The whole group dressed most of them in military outfit. Then you call a man to say, I hear say you're accusing me and I'm part of you. Hey, man. Now you're running around and saying, there is only one opposition. And the opposition is led by none other than Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai. That's the only opposition. All the other people there are not opposition. Gongola JMB son, the other people in a political pool. And as they advancing on the chessboard, that's how we bypassing them. We're going for kings and queens, not coming for Pum. Why do you think I can't respond to Berete? But a political Pum, in debtor, a hardened criminal. Why you want me to respond to him? You the president. Then you call a man to say, I hear you call me, and I'm part of you, and you watching the thing live for your album, live in violation of Article 14. Live, you seen it. Nobody was able to pray. You are the chief law enforcement officer of the country. You are the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. You got men wearing military uniform with berets, attacking a religious center. Then you call it, me, you know, my hand when I inside, I know about it, but they are from your party. They were brandishing weapons. They were drinking your regalia. They say and call your name. True or false? Violation of Article 4. Stupid Akaras graded, why you go school?